Hi guys, how you doing? That really sounded funny, I know, but it's just me. Anyway, what we're going to be talking about is the stuff that I've got for the upcoming build that you've all been waiting patiently for, which I still haven't got one thing yet, but we'll talk about that afterwards. Also, I'm going to talk about obviously Nvidia, whatever you want to call them. They've been having problems with graphics cards. People have been having dead arrival, like graphic cards. They've been having stuttering issues. They've been having these problems, that problem. So technically, this is what we normally will have anyway. It's always happened for years, this sort of stuff. But with a company so big, you don't expect that. So we're also going to be speaking about obviously Intel prices of the 9900K, obviously the OEM version, explaining the difference of that, and obviously going through what I'm going to be doing when I get my stuff and how it still feels like to be a consumer and purchasing everything at such a high markup. So let's get on with it. So first off, we're going to start off with going through the tabs. So we've got overclockers, we've got CCL. I like CCL. I didn't even know who CCL, well actually I saw CCL a few times when I was actually going to purchase some stuff and everything like that. And I think it was for bits power piping and stuff, and yeah, that was just a little bit like, oh, I don't know what to do with that. Should I go with that shop? I don't know if they're dodgy or not. Never really clicked into it. Always used overclockers, Novitech, eBuyer, and overclockers. I think I said overclockers. Yeah, anyway, so, and custom PC as well. Nice bit of sunlight coming through the curtains. I'm gonna have to sort this out quickly and then I'll come back to you. Right, so let's start off with overclockers first. We're going to go into there, check out prices. So we want to see if you can get a not GTX. We want to see if we can get an RTX 2080 Ti still or whatever, because I've been notified with some information. So I'm going to obviously address that and let you guys know in case anyone wants a 2080 Ti. Then obviously I'll let you know how to kind of prepare to get it, kind of thing. Anyway, we'll go for overclockers. So first off, let's check out the CPU prices for everything across the board. And also I want to talk about AMD as well. We're going to talk about AMD in this video. So Intel components, where are we? So Intel components, processors. Right, so where are we? Coffee Lake right there. So the difference is this was released. So 9900K was released on the day for £599, and it had 10 in stock and stuff. As you can see, it's not exactly flying through, but technically they could have like hundreds of these CPUs. But the difference is between the OEM and obviously a retail. The retail gives you 3 years warranty, so if you're overclocking or doing anything extravagant, obviously not delidding, but if you want to delid, it's up to you, whatever floats your boat. Then obviously, yeah, the 3-year warranty will be okay, but it will void your warranty if you obviously delid your CPU somehow. And then obviously, I don't know how to say obviously, but anyway, obviously, we've got a 3-year warranty for retail and then 1 year on OEM. And that was out on the first day at $599.99, and now it's at $589.99. So that's clearly a little bit more of a appreciative price, but still very, very expensive. In my eyes, I feel that Intel are kind of holding back, and then they're going to flood the market, and they're flooding the market with their old sort of CPUs. That seems to be going the way, especially with Nvidia flooding the market with the old graphics cards. So basically loads of people purchase everything up now, especially if they're doing any mining or anything like that. And then when AMD release their release their Navi graphics cards or 7nm processors, whatever. I don't know what's going on. We're going to talk about it in 1 second. But when they're going to be doing that, I think it's going to be very, I don't know. It's all about who can get the most market share. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so we've got a 9600K that's in stock for £300. So basically, this is a Core i5, but then you've got the next step up, which is obviously the 9700K. So we've got 9600K, it's not too bad, but it's definitely okay for gaming, there's no doubt about it. For £300, you can't really go wrong. It's still kind of fuzzy about going up against the 8700K or even the 8600K. It's like is it worth me buying this or going for the 8600K or going AMD route? So we'll talk about that afterwards as well. But anyway, 9600K is at £289, the OEM version. So no difference in clock speeds or anything like that. It's just how it is. Then you still got the Intel 8600K. Which is an anniversary version and stuff like that. I've seen that a few places and breaking records and stuff like that. But basically it's just an 8700K that's being binned, so I don't really know. Then we got the Core i9 9900K, so we've got that CPU and it's still £599, and delivery date is the 30th of October, so it's moved away from the previous sessions of dates and moved to a later date on overclockers right now. Also, there's loads of bundles that I've seen as well. This is a good bundle if you're into Gigabyte, and I'm not really that, I don't know, Gigabyte makes me feel a bit nervous. It's not as great as what it used to be years and years and years and years ago. It's kind of like lost its flair, so hopefully they've picked up and been a good challenger against MSI and ASUS, and obviously the ROG range. Because obviously it's gone from Gigabyte to Aorus. They want to be separate, just like ASUS wants to be, or whatever. But so it's got this. It's got an SSD. I think it's like a 200, might be 240 gig, or it might be 512 gigabytes. You get 16 gigabytes of 3200 megahertz RAM, but I don't know what the latency speeds are on it. But it's got 4 DIMMs, so it covers it up. It looks really nice. The LEDs or the RGBs on the Gigabyte, it's a bit like, I don't know, it's a bit of a failed, I don't know, it's like market, like you bought the motherboard off a market and stuff. It don't feel very nice to me. I feel that there's better RGB elsewhere if you're into that. But technically, it's still a good deal. SSD, Z390 motherboard, and you get the 86K anniversary CPU. You can't really go wrong with that. Other than if the motherboard starts to overheat, you ain't going to get good clock speeds on that. But it used to be $864.97, and I saw it at a different price before, but now it's like $799.99. That's a 7% saving. That's cool. Or minus a 7% of the saving. So obviously on the CPU, on the SSD, we've got a read of 530 megabits per second and writes at 500 megabits per second. So it's alright, it's decent. It's not that fast, but at least it's free and it's in there. So that's a good little budgeting deal. Now, if we go into all the other CPUs, what I haven't really, oh, there's another budget deal as well with Gigabyte. Gigabyte is just bundling them all up all day long. So we've got a Core i9900K, and that is $1,049.99. I've seen AMD like bundle versions as well, where you get like air cooler and everything like that. You get loads of stuff with it. So technically, I would think AMD's winning the bundle wars here, but Gigabyte have literally bundling stuff together. There's a bit like the RTX 2080, 2080 and 2080 Ti. You can get like a monitor and everything like that. It's even dropped down in price. I'll probably show you that in 1 second. But anyway, 9700K. So basically that's like Skylake 6700K, Cable Lake 7700K, Coffee Lake 8700K, and now Coffee Lake again, i9 series, technically not an i9 series, but like kind of like we've got a few more cores. We are going to start classing ourselves as a bit like a Xeon processor. So basically we've got the cores of making it a bit of a workmanship platform, workstation going on, and then we've got the gaming types as well. Now I'm thinking with RTX, is RTX not switched on because we haven't got enough people to obviously purchase the CPUs and then have enough cores to work the RTX, because I can't imagine the RTX working very well without enough cores. And obviously the graphics card is the one where it's going to be hitting all that power, but then there is a few problems. I don't know whether it's firmware or it needs a BIOS update in the motherboards. It could be like Ryzen. When Ryzen first came out, had loads of heat issues. There was loads of problems going on with the CPU. It was so hot and then you couldn't overclock it, and some people had silicon lottery, some people didn't. It was a new technology, it was rushed. The media rushed it and said everything is rushed and it's not good, and it's a bit like Intel and Nvidia. What's going on? It's like they're trying to get up loads of market share. It's going absolutely nuts. I remember, I think it was the G40 560 was a great entry level of a gaming CPU. 2 cores, 4 threads, and it done really well on most games, as you see in most games as well. If you've got a really high performance graphics card and you're using like a low-end CPU, it still will work pretty well. It's just like the other things. If you want it like an all-rounder, it's a bit of a problem, because then you need the other CPUs to like more core counts and like more memory and that, and then the price starts to go up, and then you start having to go in a different realm. Anyway, we won't go into that too much, but if you want to know more about that, we will talk about that in the comments down below. If you want to see a video of me rambling about that sort of stuff. Anyway, new Coffee Lake stuff, which I ain't really tested yet. 4900 and G4920. So one is like a little bit more in price, but technically it's about a £20 jump just to get an extra 10 megahertz boost or 100 megahertz boost, and doesn't really seem that worth it, to be honest with you. But yeah, anyway, and then obviously it's a big jump from the Core i3, which is 8300, which is basically a very standard entry level of being able to game and do your thing, and obviously it's Core i3. But technically, do they not do the same things? It's just whatever your preference is. I'm not going to turn around to you and say you're an idiot because you spent so much money on the gear. It's up to you what you want to spend. It's your own preferences and what you want to gain out of it. It's a bit like the 9900K is the fastest CPU out there to do for gaming, and technically in the realm of where it's positioned, it is. Even if it's 1 frame faster than the AMD 2700X, it doesn't matter, it still wins. But for price of performance, the AMD wins all day long. And I know for a fact when AMD comes out, it's going to, like for Zen, next year, it's going to definitely smash Intel's 9900K. And I wonder if we can get a more of a faster clock speed and all like cores with the maximum speed and keeping it cooler. We can all dream. But definitely AMD is going to be like literally beating the 9900K. I can't see how that's going to be anything different. And I've noticed as well, if you want power, and an extra like, because obviously it's got hyper-threading and stuff like that, and it's taken hyper-threading off the 9700K. That means that you have to pay for more performance and more. It's just like all these companies are like, right, if you want this, this is going to cost you. 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 Or anyway, I'm still acting like the consumer. I even had so many problems. We're going to talk about that as well, but we just want to go through these CPUs. Anyway, that's the price of on overclockers. Now, CCL, my friends, I like these people. They just come out of nowhere, and now I trust them because I did order some stuff. They don't have everything though. That's the only problem. But when they do get stuff, it's there. So obviously sold out. Sorry, notify me, whatever. Doesn't even say a price. You can only be notified on that, so that's no good. I wonder what other CPUs they do. It's like, it's okay. It's okay. It's not. It doesn't seem as big as overclockers, but the way the website is, it does look like it's quite a big thing going on. Right. So if I go on 1150, we're just going 1151 socket. No, we don't want to go on 1151 socket actually. That was 1150. So we've got 8600K. Get Black Ops for when you purchase selected ASUS or ASUS motherboard and Intel CPU. 264.97 including VAT, so that's pretty cool. And this is for the 8600K. Then we've got an 8700K. That's 421.57. I'm sure that's a little bit more pricey than what it should be. And then we've got we'll go past the CPUs. That's not overclockable. There we go. Anniversary version. 86K. That's 479.99. And then let's go into the realm of the new CPUs. So 9600K, 329.99. Right, okay. Reduced from £500. That doesn't make sense. It wasn't £500, but we will talk more on this. So 329.99. It's not really a good deal. It's pretty expensive. And have we got anything else? Where is the 6700? Oh, Skylake 6700K, clocked at 4 GHz, 299.99. Could go down a bit in price for that. Right, I don't think they've got it. Have they got it? Hexa-core. They got a 9900K. Did I go past it? I don't think they've got a 9900K. Oh no, they don't, because it wasn't there. I don't know if they've got 9700K. No, it doesn't even look like that. Oh my god. Or did I fly past it? Alright, so that's all down below. Nah, okay. So let's jump out of that. Well, let's go into components. I know with the graphics cards, it's a little bit different. So let's go to NVIDIA. Where are you, NVIDIA? NVIDIA. Right, graphics cards. So we can get RX 270s all day long. It's RTX even. The only thing is with RTX is not even switched on, it's not enabled. It's like error 404, RTX not found. I'm kind of like, the error is real. It's in the matrix. RTX 2080. Technically, you might as well buy a GTX 1080 Ti or a 1080. That's what I would do. Let's see. Everything is kind of in stock where you can get it. Palette cards. Palette cards seem to be always there. They're just like there. You like palette in Innovo 3D, I think it's called, and I can't remember what the other one's called. And like the ASUS like lower end cards are normally in as well. That really annoys me. I just want everything to be in at the same time. It's normally like the top of the range cards. Anyway, all I can say is my ASUS Strix cards on the way, and that is RTX 2080 Ti, and it costs me over £1,500 to be a normal consumer like you people, and I'm feeling the pain. It's not good. I don't like how these companies treat us, because that's how I feel. I'm in your shoes now, and it doesn't look like they've got any 2080 Ti's anyway. So Novatech, they are, let's have a look, graphics cards, 2080 Ti series, and pre-order only, as per usual. Pre-order. You got the palette. They're just always in stock. 2080 Ti, lower clock speeds. Apparently they've got the same board as the NVIDIA reference boards, and not the EVGA, or is it the EVGA? And MSI has, and something like that. But MSI's Trio card, graphics card, comes literally boosted out of the box, so technically that's going to be the one that's winning against everyone else, and it depends on the silicone lottery who gets a better graphics card, which I hope, fingers crossed. I'm going to talk to you about afterwards anyway, but yeah, we're just going to scan through here. So what we got here? Okay, so if you want to go and get yourself an ASUS ROG Strix GeForce RTX 2080 Ti overclocked edition, it is £1,500 6 No, it ain't. Yes, it is. Excluding VAT, 1,250. Right, okay. Can you get this now? Wow. If you can get this now. Holy crap. Alright. If you want to get this, link in the description down below where you can get this board straight away. It's, well, not straight away, the next day, delivery on Monday, because it's obviously going to be Saturday tomorrow, but I can get delivery on Sunday as well, so you could get it even earlier. But yes, it says order now and delivery on Tuesday. Oh, whoa. Why is it delivery on Tuesday? That doesn't sound right. Let's see. Add to shopping cart. Let's see if I can buy it. Oh, it's, what is that about? Insufficient stock. So you ain't even got it to buy. Oh, hang on, you have got it to buy. Secure checkout. Email, continue. Can I just continue without an email? No, I don't. Actually, I'm not going to even try to attempt it. But if you want to go and see if you can get that graphics card, see if you can. There's no further information on availability status. I'm not too sure if that graphics card's in or not, but hopefully it is. That's the one of the best graphics cards you're going to be able to get as well at the moment. Right, so we've got EVGA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti XC Gaming 11GB GDDR6 graphics card. And that says pre-order, date unknown. So this product's due to be delivered to us. Specify, yeah, right, whatever. This is date unknown as well. Pre-order. Right, so that is on Novatech. That's not bad though for Novatech, because Novatech normally don't get things that quickly. And to get a good graphics card like that, that's going to be pretty decent. So let's go to processors and let's go to Coffee Lake 1151 socket. And The prices, where are we going? 8600K, 269.99. That's slightly better. I think it was like £300 we saw on other things, so that's not too bad. Core i5, the OEM version, 309.99, and then we've got the, we don't want that one, we want this one. What? No way. No effing way. If you want to get the 9900K before I even get the 9900K, go and get it at Novatech. Definitely 100%. It's in stock. $599.99. I know that is pretty damn steep, but I paid $599.99. Then delivery on top, it was over $600. But it's saying 6 in stock right now. Hang on, express delivery. Order in the next 14 minutes, 20 seconds for delivery tomorrow. I think I'm going to have to buy that right now. Yes, I'm going to buy this right now. Hold on, I'll be back in 1 sec. Well, I literally only just got it, so the time's gone down now. I only had 14 minutes, and then we had to fussle about and everything like that. So I'm going to be getting a refund, which I'm not going to say who I'm getting a refund of. But that CPU is going to be due on the 30th, and then obviously the 31st is the next day delivery it would be coming. But this one I can get it tomorrow, and then obviously build everything all together on the computer. Right, so we're back onto the screen that we can't see at the moment. I don't know what actually happened there. Someone knocked on the door. Right, there we go. So, technically, there's 6 in stock. Let me refresh it. There should be 5 in stock now. Yes, there's 5 in stock now. So, if you want to grab yourself a retail CPU for a really crazy, unpredictable Intel price, then there you go. Novatech, I've got 5 in stock. You can get it tomorrow. Loads of people that I've been speaking to is ridiculous. I've been speaking to overclockers, been speaking to Scan. I haven't spoken to Novatech, but I've spoken to some other people as well. I can't even remember. But everyone's saying, look how hard it is to get these CPU chips and stuff, especially the retail ones. Getting the OEM version, not a problem. But who wants to only have 1 year of warranty and everything? And then after like the next day, the CPU just, I don't know, blisters or something happens to it. I don't know. But anyway, that's cool. Getting a refund, getting that back. So that is a cheaper deal as well with the delivery. I think it cost me like $612, $613, $614, $615 for next day delivery for Saturday. So I'm getting next day delivery definitely for tomorrow, and it cost, what did it cost? 6 what? 609. So it's not too bad. Anyway, so that's cool. Anyone else bought it for tomorrow? No, they couldn't they? Right, anyway, so that's cool. If you want the CPU, get it now. 5, and it's 5 o'clock, 5 minutes past 5 on October the 26th of, well, 26th of October 2018. Anyway, of this video, Amazon. Let's talk about Amazon. Intel 9900, not 99, over 9,000. What the hell did I just do? 9900K. Look at the price of this. Oh, they're taking it down. No, look, there you go. If you want a CPU that's even more expensive than what I am buying, you want to be even more baller than anyone else in the world, and be stupid as well, spend $559.85 on a CPU from Amazon. This is obviously co.uk, so it's freaking expensive. I think they've got a few in stock, but you only get it as soon as Wednesday the 31st of October. That's pretty mad. 859.85, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder what it's like, how much it costs on .com. Anyway, they've got all the different prices as well. 8700K. It's got no picture on the front. I'm guessing, is that an OEM version? I don't even know. But yes, they've got loads of little bundles. Check out the bundles. Look at this bundle. The Prime Z390P ASUS motherboard with a CPU cooler. I think that's a Cooler Master one. Or I'm not too sure. I could click into it. Let's find out. No, it's actually Thermaltake. Okay, Thermaltake CPU cooler. Vengeance, Corsair Vengeance RAM, sick. It's really cool. But we've got 8700K. But look at the ports you got. You got 2 for keyboard and mouse, and then you got 4 USB 3.1s, and then 1 HDMI out, and then 1 DVI out. Then an old school S sub, and then nah, that is not cool. But if you only want it for gaming, then go with that. Decent memory, okay CPU, not too bad. Anyway, custom PCs, they're pretty good. They're up in Scotland. They've only got one RTX 2080 amp graphics cards, and it's going for £752.40. They've got the other ones, like they haven't got any RTX 2080 Ti's, but they've got all the other stuff. Actually, oh yeah, got 1080 Ti's. I wonder how much of 10. They've only got a few 1080 Ti's. Okay, so £864, 658, and 752.40. But it depends if you want the newest of the new. Go with the RTX 2080. What? Oh, I just got a refund as well. So that's cool. What? All of it? Yeah. Is it here?
And your graphics card's 100% coming tomorrow.
And my graphics card is coming to tomorrow. Let's talk about tomorrow. Right, we'll come back to this. I went for weeks in the wilderness. It was so cold. It was so hot. It was in the desert, walking about. Huh?
Nothing.
What are you laughing at?
You.
I'm just joking. I'm just making a story in your heads so you can understand the pain. Actually, you don't. You do understand, because I'm in your pain. I've just acted like a consumer, and I've definitely spent over £4,000 being a consumer. Right? Technically, us reviewers take it for granted when we get stuff. We get so much stuff and we review it, and it's kind of as it is. I love the fact that I've spent my own money and I can take my own time to do these things, but I'm actually more in a rush to get it out now so I can show you and help you, whether it's the right buy or not. Technically, the 9900K is not really a right buy, but it's only the right buy if you want the cream of the creme. You want the extra frame rate per second. You do have a monitor that actually supports 240Hz, because if you're going to go with a 9900K, then you might as well go with the 2080 Ti. But then you can go with the you can go with the RTX 2070, or no, actually, why would you do that? Because that's like having a 1080. You would want a 1080 Ti. So anything from 1080 Ti running. No, actually, saying that, no, that would be good. That would be alright. 2070 would be alright. That can run 240Hz. If you're playing CS:GO and stuff, you can get over 240Hz off of that, no problem. But yes, talking about over hertz and frame rates per second and stuff like that, I think we need to get a new monitor that could obviously compensate these graphics cards after the problems have sorted out and dissolved. Because obviously, mind you, we can't even see further. I just don't know. That's another question. Anyway, let's go back onto this. No, actually, I'm going to talk about, anyway, 2:30 this morning, I ordered my graphics card. So I was just like, I need the graphics card. I was speaking to people on the phone. Some people were speculating, I'm not even joking, speculating that an RTX 2080 Ti, you might not be able to see that until next year. So the earliest, I saw things saying it's overestimated and overdue, and then after that it was saying 30th of November, which takes you to the 1st of December, then the end of December, and then straight in. And then you got to think holidays and everything like that. It's all just blown out of proportion for a 2080 Ti. But I think maybe they're holding the graphics cards. I don't know what. I don't even know. That's another conversation. I really want you to, like, obviously say something to me about what you think about the graphics cards. What do you think about the comments about that sort of thing? Do you think they're holding back the 2080 Ti's? It's like they don't want us to have it, but they want us to have the 2080s, the 2070s, the 1080 GTX 1080 Ti's, the 1080, the 1070, and the 1060, which we've got a new refresh of about 6 times. Video link in the description down below if you want to check that video out. And everything is just seemed to be flooded in the market, but they're not flooding the 2080 Ti's in the market. But anyway, I think the 9900K will work really well with the RTX enabled, but we have to obviously do some testing. And as I'm getting it tomorrow, I'm going to start to do some hardcore testing. But anyway, 2:30 in the morning, I waited and I saw one graphics card. It was ASUS Strix card. RGB, it's got an LED switch on the back. You can turn it off if you don't like RGB, if you want it for performance, because computers are there to obviously work and do things. Or you could have the RTX 2080 Ti and have it connect up to was it Aura Sync. So we're going to be testing. Well, I don't really care about the RGBs too much, just want it to look nice. Anyway, so 2:30 in the morning, ran upstairs, got the money. Well, I didn't actually get the money because you can't literally pay the money. You can actually pay it in mid-air, but you need a card. But anyway, I had to go upstairs, 2:30 in the morning, bang, saw the card, and I got it. And when I got it, it was out, no more for sale. So if oh yeah, that's what I want to do. So we're going to talk about scan really quickly as well. I know I'm just rambling quite a lot here, but if we go to scan real quick, and I go to CPU, let's go to CPU quickly, octa-core, this is, so 29th of October, 599.99. I don't think you get like Black Ops with this either. I don't think you get the Black Ops with it, but I could be wrong. But I know for a fact where I'm getting it now, for tomorrow you get Black Ops, so that's cool. Graphics cards, this is where I got my graphics card. So if you want, hopefully you can stay up late at night and be a crazy man like me and spend stupid amounts of money on the things that we don't really need, and then you could be happy or unhappy. But let's see, 2080 Ti. So as I can say, here we've got due December the 30th, so this is Gigabyte. I know you can get it elsewhere. This is the WindForce Overclocked Edition, and it's saying the 30th of December, so that means you can purchase it then online, because they always work in the little bots in the system, in the Matrix. And then obviously you can think about after that it is New Year's Eve, unless it's New Year's Eve on the 30th, I don't know, and then you won't get it delivered then because everyone will be on holiday, and you won't get it to kids go back to school, so probably more like the 5th or the 6th, 3rd if you're lucky, but I doubt it. The 6th of January, I reckon you might have that. But anyway, that's on hold to that long. This is the EVGA RTX 2080 Ti XC gaming, whatever, and that is item overdue since 23rd of October. And I'm going to let you into a little secret in a sec. So 15th of November for the, I think that's a For the Win free card, not too sure. Don't seem there's enough money for that, to be honest with you. And then we got the ASUS card. This was released today, but it says low on stock. Item currently awaiting estimated time on more stock. We've got this card here, which is the Zotac card. Oh yeah, talk about Zotac. So anyway, what date was that? That was item currently awaiting. Item due for the 30th of December, so that is an MSI graphics card. The Duke is overdue from the 6th of October. Zotac awaiting arrival. And then we've got Gigabyte, 30th of December. Might as well call that next year. And then I was going to buy this, the MSI motherboard, 22nd of October, so that's overdue. This is currently awaiting. This was actually in stock just a second ago, so that's not in stock now, so people have obviously been buying it. We've got 18th of October overdue for the Zotac card, and then we've got the PNY, 31st of October, and then we've got 26th of October. This was due today, so if you're desperate to get a graphics card and nothing else came, you probably would end up buying that if you wanted it. 30th of November for the MSI RTX 2080 Seahawk. Don't really like that graphics card at all. And then we've got the Palette GeForce. That's item in stock. As you can see, they're always in stock, these things. So that's like £1,300. So item in stock. I wonder if I go to click into it, how much they've got in stock. So if I go to checkout, hopefully it doesn't buy anything. Oh, don't do that. Where is it? Right, go into here quickly. Let's put it up to 2. So can I get 2? What about 3? Can I have 3? Nah. So you're only allowed 2 per customer. Okay, fair dues. But talking about the new graphics cards, in 1 second, right, estimated time arrival. So these ain't got no estimated time arrival. But these are the Zotac graphics cards. I thought from a distance it looks alright, but I think it looks a little bit hideous in a way. It's like they should have done the whole thing RGB if they were going to do. It's kind of like they left it blank, or just made it a little bit minimal, not too much. but it's still going to be a beast card because this is an extreme version. So I would like to see what that does, but I'm not going to buy it. But that is $1,454.99 for the extreme version, and then there's another extreme version for $1,356.98. And this is the one that I bought last night, and now it's saying item currently awaiting estimated time of arrival. Now this is what I bought, the Strix, ASUS Strix version. Technically, I don't know if I really like that card much, but I just bought it because I've had many of these cards and MSI cards and EVGA, so I know what I'm getting. But the RGB looks kind of bland there, but it looks minimal. But when I saw J.SKILL on there, he had the graphics card and it looked a bit more brighter, and then it fades out, and then there's a little switch, and it's all cool, it's all cool. But anyway, my secret is, yeah, if you want to get this graphics card, you're going to have to literally stay online on your favourite website and see when they come in. I noticed that they do get a handful of graphics cards through stock, even though this was weird because I was looking at this all day yesterday, nothing came up, and then all of a sudden it was about, I looked at it at 12, looked at it at 1, looked at it at 2, and then at half 2, exactly half 2, they had, it said in stock, so I was like, right, I'm buying that, so I went there and bought it. Even though it says there's 13 people viewing this product, so that's a lot of people thinking that it's good or whatever. But what I'm saying is you're going to have to stay online for a little bit, and then as soon as graphics pops up, you can get it like that. There's also a GPU graphic finder, and it basically tells you everything that's in stock, how much it's in stock, buy, and gives you the direct link, and you can go and get it that way. But I never used it last night because I didn't know what it was about. I was just on scan and I was checking out prices to see if the CPU and graphics cards were still being stupid, or if there's any of them coming or anything like that. But yeah, technically, look, GeForce RTX 27 graphics reinvented. Nvidia, you can buy that from Nvidia, no problem, and you can just buy like all 1070s and 2080s everywhere. 1070s. They need to change the names. But anyway, like, so that's that basically. And eBuyer, can we get anything on eBuyer? Who shops at eBuyer? That's all I need to know. Right, so now we're on eBuyer now, real quick. eBuyer, can't really see anything that, actually, I need to go in 2080 Ti series, 22, let's have a look. What is in stock, what is not in stock? We're expecting this item on Monday the 29th of October. That's kind of good news that some people can get it a little bit more earlier. I'm not going to go through all of these because it will take me ages. Coming soon. Gigabyte seems to be late to the party. Wednesday the 31st of October for the EVGA. Which one is that? Ultra Gaming one. What about this one? This is one I really wanted to get. Oh mate, Friday the 16th of November. That is pretty long. Then obviously for the Strix, Monday the 29th of October. It's not too bad. But you have to be quick in the game to get this. And now if you do your pre-order before then, they might just put it back like what they did with the CPUs. But if they say it's got in stock, then just purchase it if you need to purchase it. I'm not saying to purchase, if you want the best of the best and you got the money, then purchase it. But if you haven't got as much money, I would spec it up and get like an AMD CPU or something like that with a decent motherboard for cooling. And to be honest with you, you could get probably a motherboard, CPU and air cooling for the same price as the CPU. But anyway, yeah, I won't go through all of this because this is a bit of a mission. But as you can see, you can get, there's a few of them speculating saying it all should be in. And anyway, yeah, that's it. So on the Navi, let's talk about AMD. So we've gone from Vega 14nm to Vega 7nm to Navi 7nm to next gen 7nm plus 2020. Now this is kind of where we are now. We're moving over because we're kind of in Vega, but they could make a refresh onto a 7nm, or they could move over to Navi, or bring out 2 graphics cards and flood the system, or flood the whatever, and then learn from the mistakes, and then from this one to obviously be going good, because it's only a few months until we're like near enough a year, so we're only kind of like 14 months away from 2020 if you look at it like that, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the AMD rise again, the Ryujin and Zen. We're looking at Zen. But anyway, other than that, with the CPU, hopefully my one's not going to be dead on arrival, or the graphics going to be dead on arrival. Technically, if you're going to rush out and get stuff before all the reviews are out there, then obviously it's your own fault. And this is why I'm doing it, so you don't have to make that mistake. I'm doing this with my own money and not getting products. Obviously, I did get a little discount. I have to admit that I did get a little discount. I said who I was, and I got a discount of what did I get a discount off? A case, because I needed a case. I have hundreds of cases here. I have hundreds of power supplies here. Oh yeah, that's another story. I'm not even going to go into that, but oh yeah, well I might as well go into it. So I got the Lian Li case. There's one that DeBauer worked on, but the power supply and everything I've got. Anyway, let me just go through this really quickly. All right, I'll just stick this over here. All right, so I got this power supply. So this is the ROG 4 850 watt platinum power supply. It's got the OLED screen on the side there and RGB on there if you want it, or turn it off. The fan is facing upwards. Normally have the face fan downwards. It's got all the attributes of the motherboard of an ASUS ROG board, and it looks pretty sick. I haven't taken it in the packet, but I've already seen it already. Not many people have got this power supply. It's only just come out a few days ago. And this is really hard to get hold of, the ROG Ryujin 240 and also the 360. I'm really annoyed because I went to get the 360, but that's sold out. So I got the 240, but technically I'm not really going to be... I'm going to probably use this power supply, I'll probably not use this power supply, and I probably won't use this. I'll use this in the build that I'm going to be doing with the 9900K, and then I'm going to... what else I'm going to do? And then I'm going to do custom water cooling loop as well. So we've got the MEG Z390 motherboard in there. That's going to be going in with this setup. 512 top of the range Samsung. What was it, 960 Pro M.2? Because obviously it's got M.2 on there all day long. But I've only got one, and technically I could probably put 5 on there. So as I went to go extreme, I don't even know this is going to work. Basically, G.SKILL do only 2 DIMM slots for this RAM. And can you guess how fast this RAM is? 4,266 megahertz. Now this is 16 gig and this is 16 gig, so 32 gigs of the top of the range. Now this board can go over, it can go 4,600 megahertz overclocked. Now it doesn't say as stable, like, or native. It's more like, I think 2,800 native, and then the rest overclocked. So I don't know if it's gonna be stable. I might have to send this back and then just have 16, but then I might change the RAM around and then get a lower spec, like 3,000 megahertz, where I can get 4 DIMMs, because I went and opted for this because it got 2 DIMMs there and then 2 DIMMs there, and I obviously wanted the fastest, and they will only let me have one at a time. My girlfriend had to get the other one. So anyway, got that, got this, got that Strix graphics card, 2080 Ti to go in there, the Ryujin 240 water cooling unit with the OLED readout, then obviously the 850 watt power supply. Most people were seeing the 1200 watt and they were like, oh, they're going to make a smaller one. Yep, they made it 850. And then obviously the MEG Godlike, for the Godlike prices that I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to probably get another few of these, and but then again I'm trying to make it so it's a normal, what a normal person would do for a gaming computer, and obviously stroke like workstation as well. And yeah, we're going to be doing loads of stuff with that video. What else am I getting? So the case and the Intel 9900K, that's going to be all there, and then that's going to be in a video. Now I'm going to be talking a bit about the case and stuff like that. I am a bit annoyed that this power supply's readout's going to be awkward in that DeBauer case, Lian Li case, because the way the readout is, I'm trying to find a case that had the cutout. I saw the Fantex one, but I wasn't feeling it. It looks kind of funny. I've got a few Fantex cases. I think it's an alright build and everything like that, but I just don't like the look of it. It looks like it bumped its head and bumped its knee or whatever. It just doesn't look right. But anyway, other than that, I'm going to be doing overclocking like mad on that graphics card to see if it's got a good bit of headroom. 9900K, testing thermals and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, I don't want to bore you any much longer because I've been talking for absolutely hours. AMD are going to win next year. Already know, that's my prediction, so don't worry about that. There's also going to be a video coming up of like me having the perfect gaming setup. So maybe, I don't know what screen I'm going to use. I've got a few that are sponsored by BenQ Zoe, so I've got all 240 Hz or 144 Hz monitors, a Rossi tables as well, so the perfect gaming table, or esports RockCat stuff, or MSI, or I've got so pass me that box there quickly, please. No, yeah, pass me that as well. Pass me all of that. Just, yeah, and that box as well of what I got. So we're gonna go a bit nuts. So we've got the RockCat wireless royalty wireless gaming mouse as well. We've got another keyboard, but I've already got this keyboard, and I've got the other keyboard, and I'm waiting for the Vulcan to come out. So I've got that. And I think there's a link in the description down below, but they ended up sending me it again, so that's really annoying. But yeah, this is how crazy that we're going to be doing things for like competitive gameplay. We've got BenQ keyboard here, and this is an optical keyboard. I can't even open it now. It's an optical gaming keyboard, and I went to the majors, which you lot don't know because I haven't posted the video up about it. Well, yeah, so the keyboard's in there and everything like that. It's an optical mouse, so it's meant to feel like a membrane, and it feels like mechanical keycaps at the same time, so that's pretty decent. And then I've got a plethora of mice that you would never ever believe how many I've got at all. So I've got an FK1, Z813, Z813 in white, I've got FK1 in white, EC1A, I've got EC1B, I've got EC1A in black, I've got Z811, I've got about, I'm not even going to get any more out, but I've got all the mouse pads. I've got every mouse that they do, except for the CSGO ones, but that's with the ECA versions. And I've got a little bungee somewhere as well. And I've got all the mouse pads as well, because a mouse pad, this is my favourite, GSR mouse pad. What it is that you can use your mouse over it, but it's more controlled for controlled players. But this mouse pad is, I don't know what, it's going to be another video. Right, I'm going too deep in. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe. Sorry about the long video, but don't forget to subscribe and share this video like crazy. And yeah, leave your comments down below what you want to see with this computer madness, and obviously the final stages and my thoughts of being a consumer. And yeah, that would be the end of that sort of thing with all of this stuff. But if you like this sort of video, then comment like mad, and like mad, and share like mad, and I'll see you next one. Roger and out.